we know that incubation and entrepreneurship is very close to your heart. That is why you're here with us.
Yes.
So, what guidance or what suggestion you would like to give to us to make this new association or new exercise more meaningful and relevant?
Sure. Firstly, I'd like to say it's great that education institutes like NDIM are taking the initiative to encourage students, and even let's say facilitate previous students to come and recognize this, because if you look back maybe 20 years back, this wasn't there. And the fact that yes, there's a little bit market economics happening over here. We hear about startups and everything happening, but if you ultimately look at how even entrepreneurship originated, even in the US, where we look at the mecca of entrepreneurship,
Yes.
it started off from campuses
Yes.
like Stanford and what we know as Silicon Valley and
Yes.
everything is like because there were these universities close to each other, which facilitated the growth of, at least in that case, technological universities. So it's great that NDIM is doing this. What I think is a good way that NDIM can continue the engagement is, let's say, linking up with industry professionals. So what we're doing already, let's say, linking, bringing experienced people, having talks, guest lectures,
Yes,
things like
yes,
that.
yes.
Even maybe a little bit more interactive programs where, in a way, either the students over here get to not be placed, but sort of like an internship or like a part-time thing with startups. And especially Delhi has now a thriving ecosystem as well, so that could be very encouraging, mutually rewarding. The companies get to know about NDIM and the quality of the students as well as in a way they get a better, the students themselves get a better experience of the whole entrepreneurial culture, what it takes, what it doesn't take, figuring that out. That I think will be a good step forward.
So, what would you like to suggest to the students, whether they should go for a job or whether they should seek entrepreneurship?
Okay, so it's an interesting thing. I'll stay away from saying very directly that you should always choose entrepreneurship and everything. Everybody has their own, let's say, compulsions or restrictions, economic situations. I would say a little bit different from what the mainstream thought process is, that you have to choose what makes sense for you. If you're at the time, the space, the liberty to, let's say, choose entrepreneurship, go ahead and do that. But typically, if you look at it, yes, we know about Mark Zuckerberg, we know about, even Bill Gates who dropped out and all those, success stories, but they are, let's say, a little bit more exception than the rule. So typically speaking, I would say, if you look at the statistics, people who have some years of work experience become better entrepreneurs, and they become more successful entrepreneurs. It's possible that, of course, one person happens to be a Mark Zuckerberg and he, succeeds later. But more often than not, the experience you gain out in the industry, in the real world, really, helps the entrepreneur when he is determining what his startup should be all about, how the company should function, and he can take it forward better that way. So that's my opinion on that, yeah.
So, in what ways we can expect your participation for this new association to take
Sure.
forward?
So, just as you would have seen my profile and everything, I am in this space. I love interacting with, startups, young entrepreneurs, or experienced entrepreneurs as well. So, in my journey, have interacted with almost 120, 130 startups / entrepreneurs in the past 2 years, and just in Delhi, So, Delhi, you would think, कि इतने ज़्यादा startups नहीं होते हैं. Mostly it'll be in Bangalore or even Bombay and all.
Yes.
But Delhi does have a thriving ecosystem as well. And what people like me are looking to do is, let's say, interact and connect and bring the experience which we have gained to the young people who have an idea, but they don't know how to proceed down that path to become more successful. That is what we can bring in. So there are communities. There are, of course, let's say what INCUBE is doing, what NDIM is doing. There are communities out there, whether they be 91 Springboard or other co-working spaces and everything, which organize events around these themes. So you get to learn and interact with other people, and you meet, let's say, potential advisors or mentors or even co-founders. A lot of co-founders, you find, and or events like Startup Weekend, Startup Saturday, where you get to meet a lot of people. And like in a real world scenario, it's like you have to learn to interact with other people, and then you form a team, and then you can solve great problems together.
So last question, when can we meet formally to make this association, to move this association forward?
Tomorrow?
Not today.
Today I'm a little bit tied up. I have commitments. But on a serious note, the thing is that there are people out there who are, let's say, maybe in that certain age group that I am in, and want to, let's say, give back to the community. So I'm definitely in the space. I've been doing this for the last 2.5, 3 years, where I've been giving back and contributing to the community. And we can look at some sort of arrangement, either like, let's say, officially with the university itself, if you want me to interact more, maybe as a guest lecturer or something, that's fine. Or if, let's say, the student entrepreneurs want to meet me separately also, that's also okay. So I would love to do that. Separately, apart from me personally, there is of course 91 Springboard, which I'm also associated with. They also would love to have people from NDIM or even outside entrepreneurs come and attend events. Most of them are free. You get to attend and interact with so many different people. Your mindset and your horizons expand considerably, when you interact with more folks.
Thank you so much, sir.
Cool.
Thank you so much.